you beautiful people. It's so nice to connect with you all. My name's Kayla. This is my first session with you guys, so it's super exciting. Feeling really honoured to be a part of this. And each week I'm going to be doing something different, just whatever Spirit would like me to do on the day. On what I usually do on my online sessions is we do a meditation, a guided meditation, and then I'll take you through a 3-card spread just to clear our energy centers and spread our auric field so that we're open to receiving the divine healing grace. So that's kind of what I'm going to do with you today. I'm going to get you guys to really feel into your heart space and see what you're drawn to between 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm just going to channel the messages from there. All of my work that I do is I do healing work as well. So Reiki, shamanic medicine, all divine light. So I just say to everybody, just allow yourself to receive it and honor your emotions over the next couple of days with any sessions that we do. So I will just open with a little prayer and then I will get started. I forgot to say as well, I'm all the way over in Australia, so it's super exciting to be here with you guys. So now I'm just going to open with a prayer, and I do invite people to do this with me just to open your hearts, to open your channel, your connection, so that you can really feel the love and the messages. So if you want to do this with me now, I usually place lavender in the palms of my hands. If you don't have lavender, that's totally cool. Just take the breaths and welcome the love. And stretching our arms out wide, reaching right up to the ceiling and coming down into prayer position in front of our heart space, taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose. And big exhale as we release. And another deep breath in and release. And as you breathe in this time, I really want you to breathe into your heart space. Really connect with your own heart center, your energy, your beautiful radiant light that you're with every single day. And taking another breath into your heart. And as you exhale, just asking that your wings fully open out wide behind you, stretching them out as far as you can. Really opening your auric field and welcoming that beautiful love into your space. It's a beautiful way to just open your auric field so that you're not getting zapped and that you're protected by your own energy. So now, just while we are in this peaceful space, and I will say when I am channeling, sometimes, most of the time, I usually close my eyes or I will look off into the distance. That's just how I do my work. But what I will say to you now is to just take a moment to really feel into your heart, feel into number 1, 2, or 3. And I'm just going to shuffle the cards. The deck that I'm using today is the beautiful Kyle Gray from the UK. I love this deck. Got lots of beautiful angel energy in it. All right, we've got one that just flew off to the side on the floor. I'm just going to get number 2. Oops. Beautiful. And I'm throwing crystals everywhere now too. And number 3. Thank you. Oh, yes. Love these cards. So number 1, I just got to... Lots of energy. I'm very hot and overwhelmed with all this love in the room. Okay, I've lost my crystal. Oopsie. Sorry, guys. Hang on 1 second. I'm tangled. Okay, so number 1, if you were feeling into number 1, what you've got here is do the work. So this is a really, I don't know if you can see it. Really beautiful card here. Lots of golden energy that's in that one. And then we've got number 2, which is courage and bravery, which is also a very beautiful protective card, I feel. There's a lot of energy coming out of that one. And then number 3, you've got guardian angel. Just before I start channeling, I'm just going to have a drink of water. Okay, so number 1, do the work. So I actually feel really drawn to my heart space when we tap into this card. And even though I do feel like this is talking about doing the work moving forward in the future, but this is also about the past. It does feel like you have been on a spiritual journey for quite some time. You've gone through some hard lessons, yet you are starting to seek the blessings in them. So whereas in the past you may have experienced things where you really got caught up in that heaviness and the pain of the lessons, it really feels like this time you're actually stepping into this beautiful light and you're understanding that through the darkness there is always light. So this is spirit, this is your guides, this is your angels, your ancestors, whatever you're vibing with at the moment. This is them honoring that you have done the work and you are moving forward in a beautiful, beautiful space. Now, this is because you are on this spiritual awakening path. There is some more lessons that are coming into your path, yet you do have the tools and the strength to get through them. So it does feel like the mindset is changing. They are really proud of you for the way that your mind is changing to the positive way of thinking. There is a lot, like in this card, as you can see, the golden energy. That to me means abundance. There's a lot of blessings that come into this space as well. So this is just honoring that. Yes, you are doing the work. Yes, your prayers have been heard and answered. So to continue to hold trust and hope in your heart space, and you will be rewarded. And I do feel like saying to you here as well that to welcome the hopes and dreams that you've been putting out there, because the manifesting that's in this space is also being honored as well. So things that you've been really working on to really call into your path, it is coming in. You may be going through that sort of transition phase of understanding patience, but it is coming in. So I feel like this is just your guides really wanting you to know to just hold faith and trust as well. And also honoring that you are doing amazing. You're doing that beautiful, you have been doing the work, and what's happening there as well as that heart center is activating. You're dropping into your heart space more so than out of your head. And we know that when we do this, this is how we attract the blessings and abundance that we deserve from heart space. So that's a really beautiful card to receive. Ooh, and it does feel like you've been doing the work because the energy is moving through me. Mm-hmm. So number 2, which is courage and bravery. So this is a really beautiful card to receive as well. And I'm actually getting drawn to this really dark blue, that violet color there as well, and also the shield. I really do feel like this is around protection. And I do feel like this is also honoring the story. This is honoring your journey and where you're going. I feel like they're wanting to remind you of how courageous and brave you are, how powerful your strength is. And when you use it for the greater good, it will get you so far. So what I am being really called to speak about in this card, though, is it is around that shield. So I do feel that this is talking about protection, and this is because you are evolving. You're growing. You're quite a sensitive, or if you want to call it empath person, where you do pick up on other people's energies quite easily. So just being mindful of that. I do feel like you are already aware of this, though. You understand this about yourself. However, because what's happening in the world, where there's this mass awakening, the veil is thinning between our worlds. So in what's happening with that is there are other people that aren't even aware of their awakening, and their consciousness is expanding. And you, being the little sensitive person that you are, you're holding space for all of that. So if you have found that lately, or even in the near future, where you feel like you might just be a little bit depleted or a little bit flat, this is just speaking about your protection. You're just needing to up the ante on your protection space, and whatever that means that you're doing. So whether you work with symbols, like I work with symbols to protect my auric field whenever I'm doing any one-on-one connections or any group work like this, I ask that my energy is protected with that certain symbol. And so I do feel like this is asking you, what is your symbol of protection? What does that mean to you? And really visualize that symbol going through you and expanding out as far as you can. This could also be talking about prayer, where you are asking for that extra protection around your energy grid and to help shield any lower vibrations from getting in. And if they do get in, please allow them to be shifted and handed back to Earth Mother for blessing and for healing, so that you're not holding space for all of this on your own. You are divinely guided. You are super surrounded in spirit and your guides, and I feel like your connection with them is just getting stronger and stronger by the day, which is really, really beautiful. So yeah, I just feel like they're really wanting you to be aware of that. Now, the other thing that speaks to me here, the color in this card as well, that deep blue and that purple violet ray that's in there too. This is also referring to Saint Germain. I feel like there's a lot of that energy in this space, but I also feel like this is talking about your throat chakra and also your third eye. So with your throat chakra, this is about speaking your truth and not holding back anymore. And I do feel like that's what they're sort of talking about with the courage and the bravery. It's like in the past you may have bit your tongue or held back your truth, whereas now you're stepping into a time and space where you can truly speak your truth, and you just really don't care what other people think. You're not sort of impacted by that. There's no judgment anymore. So it's about, they're really honoring that space of you, and I feel like they're also giving you permission and also giving you a little push to speak your truth and to actually let yourself be free with your speech and your beliefs and share them with others. You don't need to hide anymore, is what I also feel like saying to you. Through doing that, through doing that as well is it's also showing me that it moves up to the third eye, and this is that opening and expanding space here as well. So this is your connection, this is the all-seeing eye, as I call it, but this is your vision and you're moving forward and your connection with how you yeah, are you there? How you communicate. Sorry, I just heard a noise, but then it stopped. Oh, 30 seconds. Okay, sorry. And then, sorry, I got confused. This is my first time. I'm just going to move to number 3 because we're running out of time. But the last one, yeah, just about the third eye, it's opening and it's beautiful. Guardian angel is number 3, and that's just reminding you that you are surrounded, and that you are being watched over by spirit. I do feel like this is a past loved one who is coming through just to remind you of their presence, and they are with you always. Remember that you are never alone. You're always surrounded and supported in love and light. So thank you, beautiful people. Sorry I ran out of time. I just chatted so much, but it was an honor to connect with you all. And yeah, I'm Kayla Marie, Soul Journey Healings in Australia. Much love to you all. Have a beautiful day and a beautiful weekend. Thank you for having me.